Okay. Hello, everyone. As you know, I'm a hand embroidery artist, and what I know about the healing power of art is part of what I do. But of course, I wasn't an artist all my life. As Sophie mentioned, I worked in publishing for a long time. But the very reason why I started doing what I do today was to heal myself. After my second pregnancy, I was in a foreign country, no family close by, husband working many hours and 2 children. So I was not in a very happy place. I felt overwhelmed and I definitely wanted to go back to work. And someone suggested, why don't you do something that you like, creative? And it seemed easy, but I didn't even think I had time for that. But it has to become a habit. This is my suggestion for you as well. Because, well, in my case, this crafty outlet for my sanity became a business. But if you let creativity enter your life as a habit, you will feel more productive and more focused. Activities like painting, drawing, photography, and at some level also cooking, anything involving creating something that has a tangible outcome, involves a creative process, has a relaxing, healing, inspiring, and focus-oriented outcome. Creating art provides a distraction to your brain. I mean, you shift from the everyday life worries and you focus on something that is a pleasure in the process. You don't need to be Picasso, of course, to be making art. Art is in the process and not in the outcome. And anyway, if you create something nice, it's actually very healing and empowering also to see it on the wall in the office. So creating art increases dopamine as well. So the dopamine is a hormone, but is a neurotransmitter. It's called the motivation molecule. Increasing the dopamine in your body, of course, you will be more motivated. And for example, not only creating art, but also watching art can have the same effect. So I suggest when the museums are open again, in your lunch break, be quick and go and have a walk in a museum. It will be amazing when you go back to the office, the level of productivity. Creating literally forces you to focus. So sitting down with your pad and your pencil can be, even for some of you not used to do it, can feel even frustrating. But believe me and trust me, give it time and make it enter in your life. Ideally, you do it early in the morning, but any moment when you feel overwhelmed or out of focus can work wonders. Also you could use drawing to fix concepts. So in reality, you can use it for work. You know that school, the children are invited to create mind maps, and they are very effective if you write with different colors, with different fonts, and even if the concept, instead of having words, have drawings. Why is that? Because although every person is different, we have a very, very visual mind. So the moment where the word is not a group of letters anymore, but a drawing, it stays in our brain for longer. The benefits of the art are many. Some of those are that it stimulates the imagination, makes you more observant, enhances problem-solving skills, boosts self-esteem, and reduces stress. So now I invite you to make with me an exercise. Just relax your mind, take your pencil, a white piece of paper or whatever you have to write on. and we start like this. The hand you use for drawing, you point at the center of the paper. The other hand, your index finger, on the point of your nose. Then you close your eyes and you start following your face and drawing what you follow with your pencil. I'll try to just show you. I'm following now my nose without looking at the paper, without lifting the pencil. I'm around my eye, then down my nose again. I'm following my mouth. And you follow the part of your face that you prefer. You can even go on your ears, on your hair. Never look at the paper. Never lift the pencil, never lift your finger, and go on. I'll give you just one more minute. When you feel ready, stop and look at your drawing. That is your face. And that's amazing. See, you are all Picasso now. Well, the thing is, my point here is, what did you think during your exercise? You can unmute yourself to give me your, to tell me your feelings.
It was relaxing.
Okay.
I was completely focused on drawing, so I didn't think completely switch off the mind. Yeah. I was making sure that I actually know what I'm doing, drawing. So full focus on drawing.
I had no idea of my face. I've never measured, I've never done any of that. So I was,
Okay, for sure it was a new exercise for most of you. The aim here was the focus, the relax. I mean, the point was to show you that really a simple exercise like this one, that you can repeat again and again, because it will never be the same. With this exercise, your face will look always different. I actually used it once to transform it in an embroidery, and it became art. And it is art like that. You can feel free to color it and stick it on your wall. Now, if I have still time, sorry, I don't have a timer, so I don't know, Sophie, if I have time for another exercise.
Time, yeah.
Yep. So another exercise, what we said is that art helps to focus the brain on something different from our worries, or to take off a weight from our shoulder. So what we can do with the next exercise is to put on paper what worries us and look at it from the outside. It becomes lighter. It does mean that we solve it, but we can easily create a plan to fix it. So this is called the wheel of life. Let's draw a circle and divide it. Oops. Yeah. And we divide it in 8 slices. And we name each slice with what worries us and the areas of our life that are worrying us, or the ones we really enjoy. So it can be, I don't know, exercise, relationships, eating, in this period. Hobbies, work. You choose the most relevant for you. Of course, these are only suggestions. Kids, in my case. Study. And relaxing. So once you give the name to each slice, you decide the quantity of time you are dedicating to that part of your life. Starting from the center, you decide, I don't know, till here, or the whole slice. So decide the quantity of time dedicated. And once you have done it, the part that takes space, you can fill it with patterns, whatever. It can be dots, it can be bubbles, it can be lines. If you feel the patterns with colors is still more effective. Probably we don't have time to do it now. But the aim of this exercise is to see on paper what is relevant for you, what is relevant, but you are not dedicating enough time. So it's called Wheel of Life because from changing the quantity of time you dedicate at each slice, you can actually improve your quality of life. Have you done it? So what did you feel making this exercise? And what about the outcome? I hope I didn't depress all of you.
It was such a creative way to do something that's actually quite important. You know, it's really important to reflect on your life and how you're dividing your time into things that are priorities and whether you're accomplishing what you want to. But it was such a nice way to do it, especially when you're filling out the patterns and it doesn't feel very mundane or tedious. Like, wow, okay, this is cool. And now I know what I need to do, and then you can get on with it.
Exactly.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's your life. There shouldn't be should. I should and I had to. I mean, you really decide here. I mean, you see what your power really to change patterns and quantity of time you dedicate to good and bad. So I don't know.
Should each segment be full, Mara, or should each segment be half?
No, each segment should have the quantity of pattern that you think is taking in your life. I'll show you, if I show you mine, for example, I have where eating is definitely taking a lot at the moment. Kids is taking the whole slice, but relaxing, very little. So I know that I should improve this one, for example. And I mean, this is the whole life we have. And we have, all of us, we have 24 hours a day. I mean, no one has more or less. And it's only in our power to change the patterns that are stopping us from having all the positive at the top and all the negative completely out of the picture. I don't know if, sorry, Sophie, if...
Do you want to ask any questions, or do you want to give us some more information? Got a few more minutes.
My suggestion is really to start using exercise. Okay, you can find never-ending suggestions on internet, but really, even just these two on a repeat basis can really help, at least to relax for the moment when you feel especially overwhelmed, or to focus and see things, because we are normally very good at giving suggestions or at resolving problems for others. But for us, because when we are into the problem, it's difficult to see. But when you transfer it to paper, and you do it in a not a funny or too light way, but in a very visual way, it becomes, I don't want to say easy, but for sure we are out of the problem for a moment, and it's we can find easier solutions. And in general, also drawing repeating patterns, only that can just relax for a second. It can have the power of meditation, really. For example, I was never able to do the meditation where you stay concentrated and with the closed eyes, but this kind of meditation for me works wonders. And of course, I have also the hand embroidery that is a sort of meditative state all the time.
Thanks, Mara. Does anyone want to ask any questions? Tanya?
Thank you, Mara. It was very, very inspiring. I really liked when you said art is in the process and not the outcome. I like that sentence a lot. And it made me think of something, you know, like in coaching and in a lot of other industries, you think about the outcome constantly, right? And I don't know, how as an artist, how do you, when the outcome is not exactly what you had in mind, because art is unpredictable, right? So what happens then for you? Do you have an example of a work that didn't turn out at all the way you imagined and it was wonderful, or how did it make you feel?
Well, generally, because I really trust the process, if the outcome was that one, that was meant to be. It doesn't mean that the outcome is ugly and you accept it, but you'll start loving it in the process. So the outcome is always what you wanted in the end. Of course, if drawing, I mean, it doesn't come up exactly what you had in mind, you can always start again. I mean, you don't need to feel defeated. It's just you and whatever you are doing. Also, if it's work, I mean, we can make mistakes and learn from that.
So it's only experience, and you will keep that piece maybe for something else, or?
Yes, but generally it's trial and error most of the time. Of course, in my work, I have to make samples. That is the aim. But sometimes the sample can be even better than the final product. You never know. It's all a surprise.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mara, for an excellent talk. Really enjoyed it. Such an interesting topic, and lots that we can explore. And never thought of drawing as a way of focusing the mind and relaxing, but it definitely worked. Thank you so much.